Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, let's see your cameras on, please. Okay, so let's see. We have Kylie, we have Enki, Celine, Amber, Aiden, Adrina, Sheehan. Probably the rest of the students will join us soon. Yeah. Joshua is here. Jonathan will be absent today because he's not feeling well. Hopefully he will feel better soon. Okay, let's give everyone a minute so you can log in. All right, Magdalene is joining. Great. Hi, Celine. How are you? Celine, can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you today?
Just think.
Okay, sweetie, but that's not a good answer for me. So I need you to tell me something more. Lie to me. I don't care. As long as you're giving me long answer. So how are you today? How was your day?
Happy.
Today is happy. What was so happy today?
Because I know my exam marks already.
Aha, what kind of exam was that?
Mathematics.
Mathematics, okay. Are you happy with the result?
Yes, I got 81.
Okay, sweetie, perfect, good, thank you. Magdalene, how are you?
I'm good today.
Anything special you did or anything good happened?
I had a math class test today.
Okay, how was it?
I did bad. I left one page blank because it's too hard to me.
Oh no, and what's gonna happen now?
I think there's nothing because it's quite hard and most of the people leave it blank.
Oh, I see, okay. So probably you didn't study enough.
I studied, but it's really too hard.
Oh, I see, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Amber, how are you?
I'm good, teacher.
How was your day today? I'm very well, thank you. What did you do today?
I just went to school and do homework as usual.
Okay. All right, good. Good, guys. So let's see what we're going to do today. First of all, I want to start with asking you some general questions in terms of the exam. Some of you would like to do the exam. Others of you still don't know. Some of you don't really want to do the exam. Obviously, that is your decision. I cannot say you have to do it or you don't have to do it. It's pretty much up to you. However, since you are following this level with PET, I would say that each one of you is capable of doing the exam. Now, what's going to happen with the marks? Well, with the marks, it depends on your points. If, for example, you're having the maximum amount of points, that means that you passed the B1 level. However, you can even pass this level with lower points, okay? So it's not really a big deal. Now, because obviously we do know when it's going to be the exam will be end of November, beginning of December. And I want you to tell me which part, speaking, writing, reading, or listening, is the hardest for you. I want you to text me because I want us to work a little bit with that. So send me a message. I want to know which area you think is the hardest so we can work with that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have writing, I have reading, I have listening, I have writing. Okay, again writing. Another listening. Speaking. Listening. Okay, so listening, pretty much everything. But most of you say listening and writing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Can you just remind me which page did we finish last week? Because I'm losing my notes over here. So I wouldn't say the same thing again today. Should be page 63, I think. '63. Okay. All right. Good. So my notes are correct. Okay. Perfect. Good. Yeah, we're gonna have to speak about extremely, fairly, quite, rather, really, and very. Okay. In that case, I want us to start with a little bit of exercise. Let me just give you the link. It will be reading first. So we're gonna start with reading first. 1 second, where did I put that link now? Okay, here, let me double check. Okay. Okay, I have one exercise for reading. Let me see, was it this one? Yes, that's the one. Okay, so let's take a look. Let me share my screen. We're gonna have some speaking today as well, okay? So you're gonna be in breakout rooms and you're gonna have 2 topics to talk about. Usually when I put you in breakout rooms and I give you like 1 topic, what I find is you finish it in about 2-3 minutes and then you just sit there. This way I'm gonna give you 2-3 pictures that you're gonna need to practice all the time. However, first thing we're gonna start with this. So this will be a reading part. Now with the reading part, guys, you have to be very careful with the type of the exercises. Let's say with the first one, obviously, you need to choose which verb goes as a collocation, okay? Let's say take a bus, right? So these ones, sometimes if you're not really sure about the answer, I want you to try and pronounce it, okay? Because oftentimes you've heard it somewhere, but you're not really sure that is the correct form, that is the correct answer. So what we want to do is, if you're not sure, try to pronounce it in your head, in your mind, just to see how is this sounding. Does this sound natural or it's a little bit unusual thing? Now, with the second exercise, it says find the correct and correct the mistakes in these sentences. So you have to see which one. Let's say if you think this is the wrong one, you have to write it over here, how we need to write it down. So you're going to you're going to be very careful with the grammar tenses. Then the next one is multiple choice. I'm thinking maybe this one is a little bit challenging just because the verbs could be sometimes very similar. However, they're not the same, right? So let's see what are we going to do with this one. And after that, we will continue. I'm just going to send you the link. 1 second. I got PT. I think you're going to need like 10 minutes roughly to do so. So don't be in a rush. Just read the sentences very carefully. And let's see, we're going to start with reading. And we're going to continue. Okay, so we have some of the answers. I can see the best answers come from Jiayu and Magdalene. They have 9.2. And after that is Amber and Kylie with 9.1. Okay, and the rest of you, you're having a little bit less, so that's fine. Okay, 9.1, 9.1, 8.7, 7.7, 9.2, 9.2. Okay. Let's go through the exercise together. So with the first sentence, I can see we're not going to do exercise 1, okay? But we're going to go to exercise 2 right away. Most of you have written do over here. Can you think of something else? It is actually do, but in a different form.
Done.
Done, exactly. I can't go out because I haven't done my homework yet. So instead of do over here, you need to have done. I think the rest of the questions should be fine. However, let's see. Over time, they learned to, she chose, oh, she put join. Hold on, 26. Oh, you put join, okay. Over time, they learned to attach getting food, no. Join getting food, no. Add getting food, no. Learn to connect getting food. So over here will be connect. But as I can see, guys, most of you are having good scores. I would say most of you. So that should do fine. Okay, how about number 2 over here where Herlisha has have? We passed a really good time during our holidays. Had, we had. Why had? Because past is already in the past, right? However, that means because we're talking about something that has been completed in the past, that's why we're going to use the past tense. Okay, that's good. Number 7, I want to learn Chinese, so I'm giving lessons every week. Okay, taking over here, not giving or having, taking. I'm taking lessons every week. Okay. Okay, and here is the same mistake. All right. Generally, I think you're doing good with this type of exercise. Let me just see the other scores. Not sure. Okay, but not everyone submitted. Enki, did you submit your task?
I'm not done yet.
Not yet. Okay. Okay, guys, perfect, good. So yes, especially when you're having an exercise like this, let's improvise again. So when you have an exercise like multiple choice, what I want you to do is when you're reading the sentence, for example, number 23, however, it seems that sheep are also social animals that can recognize other sheep as well as, and now let's see, what do we have? We have ordinary humans, usual humans, familiar humans, or frequent humans. What are we going to use? We cannot really say an ordinary humans. Usual humans, that doesn't even make any sense. Familiar? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So when you have multiple choice, first you need to start from a point where you're going to see what does this verb mean or this word. and think about an example where possibly you're going to use it. And then that could actually help you a little bit more when you need to choose the correct answer. So that's for multiple choice. You need to try all of them. However, before you decide, you need to make sure that you understand the verbs as well. And obviously over here we had a multiple choice and the rest of it was fine. Okay, that was good. All right, let's get going. Next thing that I want to talk to you about are the adverbs of degree. Now, sometimes when we use, for example, certain adjectives, we want to say very in front of it. Beautiful, very beautiful. However, you can change that. You don't have to say very beautiful. How can we swap this very beautiful? What kind of word we can use? We can say stunning. You cannot say very stunning because stunning is the maximum level of it. You can say gorgeous. Gorgeous is, you cannot say very gorgeous. She's very gorgeous. Now that's bad because now you're having the peak, the top of the adverb. So let me just, okay, here it is. So we are talking today about adverbs of degree: extremely, fairly, quite, rather, really, and very. So how do we use them in a sentence? To and enough, I think they should be a little bit easier because we've done them, I think last year we had them as well. But this year we're a little bit, we're going to go a little bit into depth. So let's take a look. Why do we have these adverbs of degree? So sometimes when we want to write something, and if we just use, for example, very simple words like she is very pretty, he is very smart, it's okay, but it's not interesting enough. And especially with your level, because you're level B1, that means that you need to change that very pretty or very smart and use an additional word. Could be an adverb, could be an adjective, doesn't really matter. So we're going to start with extremely. Extremely could be something that is very high or something that is very low because it's extreme. There's nothing over that, okay, and nothing below that. So we can use extremely, really, and very to make adjectives and adverbs stronger. So we had an extremely busy day. Extremely busy day. I'm going to stay inside today. It's going to be really hot. And I must say to you, it's a little bit of complaint. It's actually 40 degrees in the UK. And today is the hottest day in the past 20 years. And I don't know how we survived because 40 degrees in the UK are not like 40 degrees in other countries due to the sea and because UK is basically an island. So it's kind of hard for us to breathe, to walk, to talk, to do everything. Yesterday was a very hot day, but today is 40 degrees and like literally we're sitting and we're melting. Maybe we're going to lose some weight, who knows? So extremely busy day or really hot. So today is really hot in the UK. It was so warm, they were walking very slowly, very slowly. So sometimes you can use this very, right, in a sentence before the adjective, so you can give a little bit more of definition or a little bit more of heaviness. However, sometimes you can change them. You don't have to use that, and you can use a little bit more challenging vocabulary. Now, let's talk about fairly and rather to make adjectives and adverbs weaker. Remember, so when you want to emphasize something and say something like to the highest level or to the lowest level, you're going to go with extremely, really, and very. Okay. However, when you want to say something that it's a little bit weaker, it doesn't like, if you need to judge on a scale from 1 to 10 and it's somewhere in between, let's say 5 or 4, you're going to go with fairly and rather. In this way, you're going to make the adjectives and the adverbs a little bit weaker or lower level. I think you'll pass the exam fairly easy, fairly easy. I'm rather disappointed that I failed the exam, but I'm not surprised. Now, another adjectives or adverbs of degree that we can use are quite, but they can be a little bit tricky. Look at this sentence. I've been working hard, so I'm quite tired. Quite means a bit tired. I'm quite exhausted after running a marathon yesterday. Quite means completely. So sometimes it can mean something very positive. Other times it can mean something very negative. Now, how you're going to decide? It depends on your adverb or your adjective. What kind of adverb or adjective you're going to use. It could be a little bit challenging. I'm not saying no. However, we're going to do an exercise and I think it will be easier for you. Now, when we talk about to and enough, so to and enough, I think we use them quite often. But I wanted to write you a sentence, but actually let's do that a little bit later. When you use to plus an adjective or adverb, look at this. Anna is too young to drive. So do you think that she has the suitable age to drive? Yes or no? Too young, so she's a little bit weaker, right? She's not achieving the age that she's supposed to if she wants to drive a car. So it goes too young. Hurry up, you're walking too slowly. Pay attention to this too. Sometimes I can see that you write too, but this is for infinitive, to cook, to clean, to study. However, when you want to use it for an adverb, you need to use to with double O. Next one, to plus adjective or adverb plus for someone plus infinitive. So this is a little bit confusing because it had like a lot of details plus this and this and this. However, let's make it easier. This exercise is too difficult for me to do. So there it is, too difficult. We're having to an adjective. And then we say for who, for me or for you. And this is the infinitive, to do, to clean, to cook, to study, and so on. You can use too plus much with an uncountable noun. You've made too much food. Too much food. Too much food, which means you're having a lot of food. Uncountable noun, because food is uncountable. We cannot actually count it. We can say types of food. However, if we want to generalize them, we're just going to say food. Next one, too plus many plus plural countable nouns. We've got too many books. Too many books. Maybe we have like 100, 200. So that means we have too many books. Books is a countable noun. Too many is okay. Too much and too many. You just have to be very careful if it's countable or uncountable noun. Okay, is it something we can count or we cannot? And the last part over here, too plus much or many plus noun or someone plus infinitive. Ooh, this is a little bit too much. So let's take a look. There are too many books for me to read. Remember, to read is the infinitive, okay? Because every time when you have a verb and in front of the verb you're having to, that means that the verb is in its infinitive form, okay? So I know it sounds a little bit, it's a little bit crazy, like now what? But that's okay. Don't worry about it. Within practice, it comes a little bit easy. So I'm going to give you back the page that we need to do over here. 1 second. Okay, here it is. And let's take a look at the examples. So the first one, really heavy snow started coming down. Really heavy snow. So we're giving a little bit of extremeness, right? The second one, I was quite certain it wouldn't last long. So as we said, quite could also mean positive and something negative. It could be on the both sides. It's a tricky one. It was rather annoying. So when we use rather, we're using something that it's a little bit weaker. So it's not extreme, but it's a little bit weaker, or maybe let's say in the middle. It was getting quite difficult to see. Now, I will give you like a minute to think about these rules over here before we continue to an official exercise for this. Think about the rules. So what we said previously. Okay, Kylie, can you tell me what is the first rule?
Adverbs of degree such as very, extremely, and really always make an adjective stronger.
Perfect. So the first one is really. Good. Let's put it over here, really. Okay. Number 2, Jiu.
The adverbs fairly and rather always make it weaker.
Okay, perfect. Rather. Yeah, let's put it over here. What happened? Ah, here it is. Okay, rather. And Magdalene, number 3, please.
The adverb
Which
quite
adverb?
usually
Quite.
makes it bigger, but with adjectives like sure, true, and different, it can mean completely.
Perfect, very well. So as a rule, it will be a little bit confusing. I'm not saying no. However, when we're going to practice a little bit more, it will become a little bit easier and a little bit more clear than this. Okay, so we already explained about to and enough. So let's take a look at the rules over here. I'll give you like 1 minute so you can go through the rules, and then we're going to check them out and we're going to do an exercise. Let's start with the first rule. Let me see, who should I ask? I'll start with Amber.
In the examples above, to means more than you need or want. It does not mean the same as very.
Good. More than you need. Very well. More than. Thank you. Enki, number 2, please.
Number 2, the word to goes after slash before an adjective.
Which one? Before or after?
After an
Are you
adjective.
sure? Too smart.
Before, sorry. Before an adjective.
Good.
Often followed by the ing slash 2 plus.
Followed by 2 plus infinitive form of the verb. She is too smart for me, for example. Or she is too smart to do homework, maybe. Nobody's too smart to do homework, but it was just a stupid example. Okay, let's go with the next one. Xian, do you have number 3? I cannot hear you, sweetie. I'm sorry. No, no sound. Okay, you need to fix that. Jason, do you have number 3? Carlisha, number 3?
We use too much before uncountable nouns and too many before countable nouns.
Perfect. Uncountable and countable nouns. Thank you. Adrina, the next one for you, please. Number 4. I cannot hear you. No, we heard something, but it wasn't enough.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Number 4 is in the examples above, enough means as more than you need or want,
More than you need.
or as much as.
As much as. Okay, good. And the last one, let's ask Nathan.
The word enough usually goes before a noun but after an adjective, often followed by the to infinitive form of the verb.
Okay, perfect, good. All right, well done. Okay, so these are the rules, but rules as rules, of course, they're important. They will make things easier. However, it's much easier when you're actually doing this in a proper exercise. Okay, let's do the next exercise, which is exercise 2, where you need to see some of the sentences are correct, some of the sentences are incorrect. For example, let me just make it slightly bigger so we can see it better. It was hot enough to spend the whole day in the water. What do you think about this sentence? Do you think it's correct or it's incorrect? It was hot enough to spend the whole day in the water.
I think it's correct.
Absolutely. This one is a correct sentence. Okay. I'm going to give you 1-2 minutes so you can check out 2 till 6, see which one have mistakes and how you're going to fix them. Are you ready? Let's start with number 2. Number 2 for, let me just follow my list over here. Yinzing.
In the stage, there are too many cars.
Too many cars. Very well, because the cars we can count, so we're going to change too many. Well done, sweetie. Too many. Celine, number 3. Celine.
Sorry.
That's okay.
My sister is too young to travel alone.
Bravo, too young. We're going to cross very and we're going to put too young. Too young. Awesome. Thank you. Jiu, number 4, please.
In summer, it would be very hot to cycle.
You say very hot. Anybody else has an opinion? I think this one is correct. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
This one is correct. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go number 5. Number 5. Jason, are you here? No. Joshua, number 5. Joshua is not here. Kylie, number 5.
We did not have plenty of time to see the University of Cambridge. I think this sentence is correct.
It's something to do with plenty. We can change plenty.
Much.
A
lot.
Enough. Enough time. We did not have enough time to see the University of Cambridge. And the last one, Amber.
I think you are old enough to spend this summer with your friends.
Perfect. So you just have to swap their places. Old enough, not enough old. Old enough to spend this summer with your friends. Awesome. Good job. So you see, with practice, with using them in a sentence, it will become much, much easier. Okay, let's see how much time we have. Actually, let me give you a short break because we've been here 59 minutes. So 1 minute before 1 hour, I'm going to give you a short break. So get some water if you need. I also need to refill my glass over here because I'm melting. Literally, I'm melting. I need my water. And after that, we will continue. We will have some speaking. If you have some speaking partners on your mind, feel free to text me. And let's see how that will go for us. See you in a second. Okay, guys, let's get back. Okay, so we learned about these two and enough, and about the adverbs of degree. We're gonna have them with an exercise very soon. However, now we're going to continue with the reading part, the part where you said that sometimes you struggle. So one of your exercises actually will be, you're gonna have a message, which is like on the following page. You have a message, and then you have to decide which one is the correct answer. But before that one, I want us to do this one. Over here, we can see some signs. Maybe some of them are traffic signs. Maybe some of them are just traffic signs in general. But each of them has a meaning. And the meaning, we have to find them underneath. We have to see how do we understand them. So first, let's look at the picture. Ignore the text, just look at the picture. The first one says, danger, thin ice, deep water. Kylie, how do you understand this picture or this sign?
Don't step on the ice.
Don't step on the ice, okay, because the ice is very thin and most likely you're going to make a problem over there. Okay, next one says, cyclists leave bicycles in park spaces provided on ferry. Go to passenger area, return to bicycles when ferry reaches harbor. So how do we understand this one? Magdalene, how do you understand the second sign? What does this mean? Magdalene?
Yes, teacher.
How about the second one, picture B? How do you understand it?
I think it is to let the cyclists know that do not leave bicycles in areas that do not like just.
What does this mean? Does this mean that you're going to put your bicycle somewhere and you need to stay next to the bicycle, or you have to go somewhere away?
Have to leave bicycles in the bicycle parking, something like that.
Okay, perfect. So you leave your bicycle, you need to go to the passenger area, you need to sit there, and when you reach your final destination, you can go to your bicycle. Next one, Aiden, city center airport bus service. Notice to passengers, fare, £3 coins only. How do you understand this sign?
This is a airport or bus service center that notice to the passenger say that if you want to ride a bus, just only
Okay.
3 coins only.
Okay, perfect. So you can pay in coins, but not in cash. Very well, thank you. Celine, D. Sign up for our new phone contract in 5 days and you will get £30 of extra credit. What does this mean now?
Just notice.
What does this mean, sweetie?
Just give you a notice or information.
No, you need to sign up, which means you need to make a new contract now if you want to get £30 extra credit. And the last one, GAU, no skateboarding in pedestrians only areas. What does this mean?
Call people don't skate in the pedestrian.
Okay, so you're not allowed to do skateboarding where the pedestrians or people are walking. Okay, very quickly, we're having 5 sentences, 5 meanings basically. You just have to match them. Number 1 says to give you information is C. City Center Airport bus service notice to passengers fare 3 pounds coins only. How about the rest of them? Okay, so which one is number 2? To say what you must not do. Kylie.
E.
Are you sure? How about A? Usually, guys, when we have a triangle means that something dangerous is about to happen. So when you see a triangle, means that you have to be very cautious. Okay, so we're going to say this is A. Enki, how about number 3? To warn you of something. What do you think? Enki?
Sorry, I didn't notice me being on mute.
Okay. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? I was just checking from the book over here. So yes, I would agree now with, this is my mistake, because I've been looking to a different book. Okay, so yes, this one is open, but I do have my book over here from the class, from PET. And actually, I wasn't looking at the same page. So yes, I agree with you that E is the something that is forbidden, something that you're not supposed to do. Kylie, that was correct. I'm sorry, guys, my mistake.
And 3
Okay, Enki.
Yeah.
Enki, number 3, please. To warn you of something.
A. Danger, thin ice, deep water.
Perfect, because that's a danger. Okay. Adrina, to say what you must do.
To say what you must do is B.
B, perfect. It says you need to leave it and then you continue and so on. All right, and the last one, Yingxing, to advertise something.
D. Donkey.
Which one?
D.
D, perfect, good. D is to advertise something where if you sign up, you're gonna get some extra credit. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do one more exercise before we do some speaking over here. So within this exercise, obviously this is one of the exercises that you're gonna have on your exam. So when you have an exercise like this, first and foremost, you're going to read it very carefully. Attention, in case of fire, use this emergency exit. Alarm bell rings when open. So let's see what options do we have. Ring the bell before opening the emergency exit. It says ring the bell. Use this. Okay, it doesn't say that. You must find another exit if there is a fire. Nope, it says use this emergency exit. C says only go out this way if there is an emergency. Perfect. So in case of fire, use this emergency exit. The correct answer is C. I'm going to allow you a couple of minutes so you can read 2, 3, 4, and 5. Find the correct answer. Try with eliminating. If you're not sure, try to eliminate some of the answers. Focus on details, on tiny things that could help you more than you think. How many of you are ready? Raise your hands, please. Okay, Amber is ready. And that's it. Okay. All right, let's check out the answers because you had more than enough time. So you have to practice speed reading as well. Let's start with the first one. Celine, read number 1 for us. Actually, we had number 1. Number 2, please.
I'm still really keen on having a holiday together, but I'm a bit short of cash right now. Would you mind if we book for a week rather than a fortnight? And Zara wants to have a shorter holiday.
Perfect. Zara wants to have a shorter holiday. A is the correct answer. Very well. Good job. Let's see the next one. Just gonna mark it over here. Okay. Herlisher, number 2, please.
Number 2. For sale, fashionable winter jacket, size medium. Hardly ever worn. Small tear on left sleeve, but now mended 20
Mended.
bucks. Or make me an offer. Contact Alex in the research department. The seller may accept a lower price.
Perfect. Excellent. So B is the correct answer because he says 20, or you make me an offer. Am I gonna approve for cheaper price? Joshua, are you here? No.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Number 4, please.
The answer is B.
The answer is B.
No. I see wrong. Oh, C.
C.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Anybody else? GAU, what do you have as an answer?
A.
A. And it says, no fires or barbecues, no camping permitted except at forest campsite, no rubbish, take it all away with you. There is a particular location where people can camp in the park. Okay, so the correct answer is A. Very well. And we go number 5, Amber.
February ski trip. Places are still available, but the university must receive all forms by January 31st. A photocopy of your student ID must be attached to the form, or it will not be accepted. B. Students must apply for the ski trip before February.
Perfect. B is the correct answer. How many of you had these answers? Raise your hand if you have no mistake. Okay. How many of you had one mistake? Okay. How many of you had 3 mistakes? Okay, not bad. Not bad. I hope you're telling me the truth though. Okay, perfect. So this type of exercise, obviously, guys, you need to focus on the details over here. And sometimes maybe 2 answers, you could think that they're possibly correct. However, only 1 is. So you have to go very specific with the details. Okay, good. Let's do one more exercise. This will be the listening one. Maybe up if we finish up until compound words, so because I want us to have a little bit of speaking. So for speaking, I'm planning about 15 minutes roughly, so we still have some time. Okay, we're going to talk about a little bit about future tense. Now, future tense is very easy, basically, but we're not going to explain it right away because first thing I want us to do is I want you to go through this text between Mia and Owen. It's very short, and think about possible words that you can put because maybe you will know what you need to use. So I'm going to give you like 2 minutes to do so, and after that I'm going to play the audio. I'm going to play it twice so you can check out your answers. Okay, so get ready. I'm going to play it for you. And you're going to hear it twice so you can check out your answers and just see how close you were.
Unit 7. Grammar. Exercise 1.
Look at the rain, Owen.
Yes, I know. I'm hoping it'll stop soon, but I don't think there's much chance of that.
No, the weather forecast said it's a big storm, so it's going to rain for hours. What time do you have to be at the station?
I'm meeting Jason and Mark there at 8:30 in the cafe near the main entrance. The train leaves at 8:45.
It's quite a long walk to the station, isn't it? And it's 8:15 already. Look, I'll ask my mum to take you in the car.
Thanks.
Unit 7. Grammar. Exercise 1.
Look at the rain, Owen.
Yes, I know. I'm hoping it'll stop soon, but I don't think there's much chance of that.
No, the weather forecast said it's a big storm, so it's going to rain for hours. What time do you have to be at the station?
I'm meeting Jason and Mark there at 8:30 in the cafe near the main entrance. The train leaves at 8:45.
It's quite a long walk to the station, isn't it? And it's 8:15 already. Look, I'll ask my mum to take you in the car.
Thanks.
Okay, do we have the answers?
Yeah.
Let's read it. Let's read it. Adrina, you can be Mia, and Nathan, you can be Owen.
Look at the rain, Owen.
Yes, I know. I am hoping it will stop soon, but I don't think there's is much chance of that.
No, the weather forecast said it's a big storm and it is going for hours. What time do you have to be at the station?
Hold on, sweetie. It is going to rain.
It is going to rain for hours. What time do you have to be at the station?
I'm meeting Jason and Mark there at 8:30 in the cafe near the main entrance. The train leaves at 8:45.
Good.
It's quite a long walk to the station, isn't it? And it's 8:15 already. Look, I asked my mom to take you in the car.
Thanks.
I will. Sorry, sweetie, what did you say, number 5?
I'll ask my mom to take you.
Okay, anybody else has something different?
I'll tell you. Oh, no. Never mind.
Let's hear it again, because I'm not really sure that that is the correct one at the end.
Thanks.
Hold on.
Look, I'll ask my mum to take you in the car.
Thanks.
I will ask my mom. That's correct. Yes, that's correct. I'll ask my mom. Okay, so I'll ask my mom to take you in the car, to take you in the car. Okay, good, perfect. Now, the exercise underneath is actually you need to connect the correct lines basically with what does it mean by that. For example, number 2 says, for timetables and future dates. And we say it's number 4. How about the B one? For decision at the moment of speaking, which one can we choose? Or skip that one, go for the next one. For things that aren't certain, I think or I hope. Okay, you probably know E for predictions based on evidence. Number 2, because it says it's going to rain. So this one was easy. How about for future arrangements?
Number 3.
Number 3, definitely. Good. And now we have B and C for things that aren't certain. For example, after, I think, or I hope.
Number 1.
Number 1.
I'll stop. Very well. This is number 1. Good job. And what is left? Number 5 is, yes, because it says look. Okay, perfect. The last one, let's do it orally. You're not going to write it. Let's start with the first question. When will you send me the photos? How about number 2, Aiden? Make a question for number 2. Nathan, can you make me a question for number 2, please?
Where are you going to this evening?
Going to go this evening. Where are you going to go this evening? Thank you. Enki, number 3.
Number 3. When will you take your next English test?
When will you take your next English test? Okay. Kylie, number 4.
Is the earth going to get hotter?
Is the earth going to get hotter? Okay. And the last one, Celine.
Do you think it will be cloudy tomorrow?
It will be cloudy tomorrow. Very well. So one thing we can notice out of these sentences, each one of them has either going to or will. So when we use going to and will, it's something that is going to happen in the future. I will have an English class tomorrow. That's okay. I'm going to have an English class tomorrow. You can use either way. Both ways are correct. However, we're referring to something that is going to happen in the future. So going to and will. This is super easy, so I'm not gonna bother you with that because I know you know it. Anyway, let's do some speaking. Please find your file that I sent it to you last week. Don't tell me you don't have it, because I've sent it to you so many times. Do you have it? That's this one. First thing, I want you to choose one of the pictures. Once I'm gonna pair you, you're gonna choose one pictures from these ones over here, okay? Doesn't matter which one you're gonna choose. Let's say you decide this one. One of the students will speak about the first one. The second student will speak about the second one. In case if you have a question, you can ask your friend. Make sure you're speaking about a minute for the picture, okay? Once you finish with this, you choose one of the bottom pictures, these ones, where you need to communicate with your friend. You're having so many examples. So let's say if you decide to do this one and you're done with it and I still haven't called you, please continue the next one. Now I want to know who doesn't have the file, raise your hand. How come you don't have it, guys? You don't have it or you have it? Which one is it? You don't have it.
Don't have it.
Oh my goodness, guys, but I'm sending it to you every single class. I don't believe this. Let me send it to you again. This is unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
The guys, keep it. That means that you're not practicing. This is what shows me. Okay, there is a file for you in the chat box. 1 second, it's loading. Okay, in the meanwhile, I'm preparing the groups. So I have 13 students today. In one group, I will have 3 students. However, let's see if they communicate, because I call their names so many times and they say nothing. So make sure you open the file in the meanwhile while I'm making the breakout rooms. Again, I will leave some students over here. How many I said? 13. So I'm going to make 5 breakout rooms. 5, 10, 12. Yes, 5. Okay, so I'm going to make 5 breakout rooms. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. I'm going to put okay, so I'm going to leave Amber and Kylie in the main room. I'm not sure these students are actually even here, but let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to be in the breakout rooms. You need to practice. So you need to choose a picture first, okay? And after that, once you describe one picture, the other student describes the other picture, you're choosing one topic to talk about, okay? Please don't make short answers. Please practice to make longer sentences, okay? I will come to check you out. So I'm going to give you, yep.
I still didn't receive the file.
You still haven't received it, but I sent it, sweetie, to everyone. Okay, let me see. I'm going to send it one more time. I think it's your internet.
No, teacher, I think I cannot receive because I'm using iPad.
Ah, okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe your friend actually has it. Maybe that's why. Let's see. Magdalene, you need to go in your room. Would you? Okay, so Amber and Kylie, decide who's going to share the screen and which picture you're going to describe them. And from the second topic, you choose which picture you want to talk about.
Hello, Amber.
Hi, Kylie.
So who are we? Who is going to share the screen?
I'm not so sure how to do that. Wait, let me check. Can you see it?
It's black, but it has, okay, never mind. Yeah, I can see it now. I can see it.
We should start from this, right?
I'm not sure. Choose a topic, I think.
Doesn't matter. You choose any picture you like and just try to describe it, because you know one of the tasks is basically to describe a picture. So even though maybe the picture won't be that attractive, but you need to say something.
Okay,
Which
so
picture? Oh, you go ahead.
Which one do you want to choose?
It's up to you.
I'm not so sure too.
Up to you. I'm okay with anything.
Let's go with an easier one. How about this?
Okay. Which picture would you like to talk about?
You choose.
Okay. I would say probably the first picture.
Okay.
The reason that I choose the first picture is I can see 4 people in this picture, and I think they're having lunch or breakfast because there is sunlight outside, as that's what I can see. And they're eating really happily. There are 2 girls and probably 2 boys. And from the picture, I think they're eating eggs. I'm not really sure. And I can see there are some counters and an oven, a fridge, and maybe some utensils for the kitchen. That's it.
Okay. For this picture, I can see 2 children probably drawing because there's color pencils on the floor. I think they're having fun because like one of them is like kind of smiling, and there's a man holding a newspaper behind them. They're maybe in the living room because there's a sofa there. I think they're having a really great time. That's it.
Okay, so this shouldn't be that short. Maybe we can find some other pictures to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
Just any picture.
Oh, I think we did this one last time.
Yeah, we did.
Which one do you want?
I'm fine with anything. I'm fine with anything.
Let's go with this.
Okay. This time you can choose first.
I'm going for the first picture.
Okay, go ahead.
I can see there's a birthday party because there are a lot of presents. Maybe the birthday girl is the one sitting on the table because her friends are giving her presents, obviously. And they're maybe having the birthday party in the backyard, probably. And there are food on the table. I'm not really sure what's that. And the weather also looks really good. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, in the second picture, I see a group of friends, maybe like a small group of friends, which I can see it's 3 people. And I think they're probably having lunch because, or maybe it's like a friends gathering so they can eat together and have fun. And yeah, I think they're having fun because I can see they're smiling, and it's great to have maybe a friends gathering once in a while. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should go with this picture.
Okay.
So should we proceed to this one?
Okay.
And now you choose.
Maybe find an easier one.
Okay, let's see. I think there's no easier one. How about this? There's only 5 pictures.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can go for this one. I just have a feeling that we have done this before. I'm not sure. I just have a feeling of this. I don't know.
Wait, let's see others.
How are we going to do this one? I'm not sure.
In describing, I'm also not so sure. This is the last one. And what do you think?
Yes, we can just find a random one and just talk about it.
How many pictures have you done?
Now this is the third one.
Okay, bravo. Well done. Thank you. You're having like a minute and a half.
Okay.
Maybe we can just go with this picture. Oh wait. Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you want?
I have to read the title first.
Wait, should we be discussing this or you're doing it on your own?
I think we're supposed to discuss this. I'm not really sure.
So are we choosing one picture?
I'm not sure with this one.
Me too.
Mm,
Okay, let's just go with maybe the second one. It's probably easier.
so we're both discussing it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I can't really see the picture on the right. Wait, let me check. Is it a jacket?
Yeah, that's a jacket. That's a jacket. I have actually no clue what to say for this one. Well, the first picture looks easier, I think.
Okay, let's just go with this. Oh, wait.
We're coming in.
Well, it's not really about the easiest picture, guys. The goal here is to talk about different things. It's not really what picture is the easiest or which one is the hardest. Anyway, I want to ask you, how do you find this having a conversation with a speaking partner in a breakout room? Do you think this is good? Is it a good practice or it's not? It's a good practice. Okay. So because we've tried a couple of times and you can see I'm giving you like roughly 10 minutes. It's so much fun. Okay. So from now on, we're going to do this every single class, maybe for more time. Like today, I gave you just 10 minutes because I wasn't sure how you feel about this. Do you feel comfortable? Do you like talking with friends over there? I personally think it's going to help you a lot because you're going to talk about different things. And it doesn't mean that we're just going to speak about this. Not necessarily. We can find some other speaking activities so you can practice and speak with your friends. So we're going to do that. But as of next week, we're going to do it for about 20 minutes or maybe like from 10 o'clock, 10 minutes past 10. So you can have like enough time to have a conversation in English. And of course, if you find a mistake with your speaking partner or something that they're not saying it correctly, you feel free to say them to them. Okay, so you say, actually, this is how we do it. This is how we say it. Oftentimes, when you are with someone else, you get to learn from them. You get to see what kind of mistakes they do, and you are aware, oh, actually, I'm saying that, but that's not correct. So it will be good. It will be a good practice for you. Awesome. Good. Let me see some of the comments over here. Someone is saying, it's so much fun. Okay, cool. Perfect. Very well. Okay, so I've heard some interesting conversations. Unfortunately, with Xian and Yinzin, their microphones are not working very well, so I couldn't hear them. Neither could Jason, so I needed to put them in another groups as well. So guys, because from now on, we want to practice speaking as much as we can, but that means your microphones must work, okay? Because this is how we can practice the speaking part. Speaking part is definitely the hardest part for most of the students because, you know, they say, well, I have no one to speak with, right? So you need someone to practice with. But this way, when you have a speaking partner, it is much easier. And also, you're in the same group, you're the same age. So if you feel comfortable of exchanging your message, like your phone numbers or something you can contact and just text yourself in English, like, hey, how are you? You're coming to class and so on. That also is going to help you a lot. However, we're having a WhatsApp group. Probably you can find the numbers from there if you haven't changed someone's number, or if you want to ask someone's number and just to text her. I don't know what kind of texting things you're using. I'm just thinking the first thing that crosses my mind is WhatsApp, but maybe you're not using, maybe you're using something else. So it's up to you. But the goal here is to feel comfortable with each one of you over here, okay? Text in English. You don't have to use your native language. So this could help you a lot, okay? All right, good. Now, because we're having a couple of minutes to finish our class. Now, we're about to complete unit 7, and you know, usually it goes 1 unit per month. However, a couple of classes before we do the exam, because the exam will be end of November, beginning of December, I would like to devote a couple of classes so we can do a little bit more of grammar practice and speaking, and also with writing. However, with writing is very tricky because you know, you're going to have to write, and then I'm going to have to check it out, and it's a little bit too much time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a homework to have a writing task, but I'm going to send it with a Padlet link, which means you're going to have to do it at home, okay, in your free time or whenever you have the time. Next week, we're going to go through the mistakes, okay, but you have to do, each one of you has to do this homework. So let's just see what kind of homework I'm going to give you. Give me just 1 second. Let's see what's next for writing. Okay, next for writing is, what is this? Email. Okay, so you're going to have to write an email. I'm going to prepare a Padlet very quickly. 1 second. And I want you to do it. Let me just see. Okay, this is not, we're going to delete this one. 173. Okay, let's make a Padlet. Okay, so we got PET, writing, and email. Okay, so what page was this? Okay, so I'm just going to put it as a page. This is page 67. Let's put it page 67. Exercise 4. So you're going to have to read the letter from Thomas. Okay, you have another example from Marco, and then you're going to have to reply to Thomas. This is your task. Write your email to Thomas in about 100 words using all the notes. So I'm going to put over here exercise 2 on page 67. My memory is horrible. Okay, so page 67, exercise 2. Okay, so this will be your homework. Putting last, okay, next, start posting. You already know how to do this, so I'm not going to bother you with that. Copy the link. Okay, send it over here. I'm also going to send it to you in the WhatsApp. 1 second. Latest homework is on Padlet. Please write an email so we can check it out next class. So what I want you to do is, obviously, if each one of you is sending it to me, then it's going to be a little bit of time consuming, and then you're not going to have enough time, and I'm not going to have enough time to check each of them. So the easiest way for us is you're going to do it over here on a Padlet, and then we're going to read them. Well, I will read them, and maybe I can make a couple of notes, something that we're making mistakes, and we want to make sure we're not going to make those mistakes. Okay, so that will be your homework for next week. And obviously next week we will come back with our book. We will talk about compound words. I just need to make some notes. That's page 66, because I need to make some notes because I'm going to forget. Okay, so I said page 66. Compound words. Okay, notes are done. Perfect. So think about if there's something that bothers you, let's say in terms of grammar or in terms of, yes, we're going to practice listening as well. Okay, so we're going to practice all of the skills. However, with the writing part is a little bit tricky because it's different when you're using a computer, but it's different when you're writing it with a pen and paper. Because when you're writing on a piece of paper, you're going to make more mistakes rather than when it's typing, because sometimes you're having autocorrection, so it's fixing your mistakes, and that's not really ideal. So please be honest with your writing. Write that email that you're supposed to do. Practice, okay? Make sure you're covering all the questions over here, all the required questions. Just follow the example. Once you follow the example, you do your answer, you're not going to make a mistake, okay? Play safe. Use the present tense unless there is a question in past tense where you need to answer in past tense. Any questions maybe? No questions? Okay, good. In that case, I'm going to tell you, thank you for coming to class today. I think it was very good today. We had a little bit of practice, a little bit of reading, a little bit of listening. We included everything. Next week, we will continue, of course, if you do the homework. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming to class today. Have a good week, and I'm seeing you in 7 days. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Teacher.
Thank you. Bye.